I'm Judy Shaw for NYSE Floor Talk, and I'm here at NYSE Pacific. Joining me today is George Fraser. He is the CEO and co-founder at Fivetran. George, it's wonderful to have you here. Thanks for joining me today.
Very nice to be here.
Okay, so let's start off by talking about Fivetran. Tell me about the company.
So Fivetran is a data pipeline. Our customers are businesses of all sizes that want to know what is going on in their business. And what Fivetran does for them is we are a data pipeline that takes the data from all of your systems, all the places where it's born, and replicates it to a single database so that you can do reporting, you can do modeling of what might happen in the future, you can do AI, you can do anything. All the things you need to do with data, the first step is you need to get all of the data in one place, and that is what Fivetran does.
Okay, so tell me, why is data movement and data pipelines critical to your customers?
So data pipelines, this problem has been around for a long time. Businesses have always used lots of tools to run their businesses ever since we've had computers. I joke, ever since the world had two databases, we've had a data integration problem. The problem has gotten harder in recent years because businesses are using so many different tools. These tools are great. Many of them are headquartered, out there in San Francisco, outside that window. They make the business more efficient. They allow you to do new things, but they result in this huge problem of data all over the place. And there's a twin problem of the data is always changing. So the schema of the data is always moving around. So Fivetran has over 6,000 customers. We have 300 data pipelines, 300 different pre-built connectors, and custom connectors we build as well. And we support over 1 million schema changes a month. So it's a real maelstrom of data movement, but from the perspective of the customer, it looks simple. We have a lot of complexity on the outside, and we make it look simple. And our customers use it to do all kinds of things. At the end of the day, once you have all your data in a single database, you can really do anything you want. An example, JetBlue is a customer. They use us for over 130 different data sources. I'll give you two of them. One is they use us for their survey data. So if you have a support ticket with JetBlue and you get a little survey at the end, that goes into a system called Qualtrics, and from there, Fivetran picks it up and puts it into their central data warehouse so that they can do analytics on that data. And then similarly, we move the data from their maintenance systems. So everybody hates sitting on the runway because they notice that there was a little door on something flapping or whatever, and they have to go fix it. Well, JetBlue uses Fivetran, amongst many other things, to move all their maintenance data into their data warehouse where they're doing predictive modeling, trying to build models that can forecast when to do preventative maintenance to prevent exactly that, so we all arrive at our destination on time.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so now tell me, what is the enterprise data problem and what challenges are companies facing today regarding data?
So the biggest challenge that companies face is just the diversity of data sources and the ever-present change in the configuration of those data sources. And no sooner, in the traditional way of building data pipelines, no sooner do you build the pipeline, but then it breaks. And I think that is the most important problem that Fivetran solves for our customers, is managing all that complexity. We do it through aggressive use of automation. So Fivetran is very complicated on the inside, but it's not people doing all of these, managing all this change. It's rules and software. And that actually is really a new approach in the world of data integration. Traditionally, data pipelines are built one-off by hand by each customer. When anything changes in the source, it has to be manually recovered, and there's just a tremendous amount of toil involved in building and maintaining data pipelines out there in the world, and we're trying to make that toil disappear. And the benefits customers see is they see this work go away, but they also see they're able to work with a much larger array of data sources. When you reduce the amount of work, you make it possible to look at all kinds of data that previously you might not have. So maybe 10 years ago, you would have looked at your sales data, and if you're JetBlue, you would look at your maintenance data, but maybe at that point, that's all you can manage. There's too much work just to maintain those data pipelines. Well, now, if you adopt Fivetran, you can do that, but you can also look at your HR data. You can look at the data about what your software engineers are doing, you name it.
Okay. All right, now tell me, how do you help support enterprises who want to adopt generative AI?
So AI is one of the many things that you can do with your own data. Generative AI, are these language models that are trained on public data. So models like ChatGPT, they're trained on data from like books, from the internet, from Reddit, from Twitter, up to 2021, as it likes to constantly remind you. But they don't know anything about your company in particular, or at least they don't know anything about the internal data of your company. And so if you want to use generative AI in the context of a business, the first step is going to be inputting your own data into the system, training it on your own internal data. And just like all things with data, as I keep mentioning, if you want to do that, the first step is going to be centralizing all that data in one place. So that is one of the workloads that our customers run on top of the data that we deliver for them.
All right, and finally, you are co-founder of Fivetran. Tell me, what sparked you to start the company?
It's interesting. The thing that motivated me to start Fivetran, I would have to say, was ambition. It's not always the best reason to start a company. The best reason to start a company is because you have a problem that you yourself have that you want to see solved, and a lot of people have that story. But for me, I had the idea of entrepreneurship in my mind going way back since I was a kid. I don't know where exactly it came from. Maybe it came from some books I read as a child. Maybe it came from the fact that my grandfather was an entrepreneur, started a company called Pettibone World Trade. And I took a little bit of a detour. I was a scientist for about 9 years in graduate school and then at a biotech company, but I came back to this. And so, I had a internal ambition going way back, and it's going okay so far.
It definitely sounds like it is. All right, well, George, it's been wonderful to talk with you. Thanks for joining me on Floor Talk today.
Nice to be with you.